What's going on YouTube? It's your boy, CoLRocket21, back again with another Draft League video for the National Pokemon Draft League VGC Season 19. This is our Week 3 battle. Sorry for this not getting uploaded this past weekend. Had some scheduling conflicts with my opponent. One of them got sick. But today we are taking on BB and Hathor. BB and I have had a lot of historical back and forth matches. I think we played each other in a finals or something like that in a different league at some point. Had some good playoff matches here in the NPDL, and so I'm excited for this one. We're going to do a quick team breakdown and then jump right into it. They're ready to go, waiting for me. So, the matchup here, they're the Incineroar team. There's always going to be one. Incineroar, as Wolfie VGC would say, is the best Pokemon in VGC. And it's because it very well might be fake out, parting shot, flare blitz, knockoff, um, kind of all you need. Helping hand, if you want to protect, the classics. It just kind of has all of the tools in the tool bag. It's got crazy bulk and still somehow hits hard. It open Terra, so it can be like Terra Fairy or Terra Water. Even Terra Grass is pretty good on it. Knockoff to not only scout items in our closed team format, but to do good damage. Flare Blitz still hits hard. I mean, it kind of does everything. Incineroar speaks for itself, so I've already said too much. Primarina is another big threat in BGC. With the Liquid Voice ability, it can click Hyper Voice and make them stab Water type Hyper Voice that hits both opponents. So that is just a very strong move there. We've got Trevenant. They picked very early, but I think is an incredibly high value mon. Ghost Ghost Grass is a really good typing. This thing can click stab Poltergeist pretty strong, and gets Trick Room. Is like its biggest purpose on the team here. And let's see. Yeah, I guess that's kind of all I got. Hornleech for sustainability. Um, we've got Illumise is a Prankstermon. It gets Prankster. I don't think it gets T-Wave. It might, but I know Volbeat does. But it'll click Struggle Bug a lot of times to hit both opponents, lower their special attack. It will. Uh, it's a Prankster Tailwind Setter is the big one. I think it gets Recovery. It gets Moonlight, I believe. So decent staying power for how kind of frail on paper it is. Next is Raichu. Raichu has Lightning Rod, so it will draw in any electric type moves targeted into anyone on the board, boost its special attack, and is also immune to it. So pretty good ability there. Raichu also gets Fake Out, is like 110 speed, pretty fast. It can spam Discharge if they put it in next to their Piloswine, which is lower down their ground type. Gets some solid coverage, gets like Nasty Plot too. Volt Switch for momentum. Just pretty good overall. They got Meowscarada, another grass type, a grass dark, and with the protein ability, it can kind of be any type, as it will switch its type to whatever move it clicks first in the battle. Another knockoff user. Flower Trick always crits, so you can't really set up your defense in front of it. It gets U-turn, it gets taunt, and is really fast, 123 base speed. So kind of difficult. Crabominable, they've actually brought to, I believe, both of the sets that they've played so far under Trick Room. This thing does have a very big attack stat and hits really hard with close combat, and Ice Hammer is kind of hard to switch into. Thankfully, I have one of the better counters to those two moves in Alolan Ninetales that exists. But also it gets a buff in the Hail with its Ice type ability for its defense, so I gotta watch out for that if I'm bringing Hail. Como is a threat. Como gets Clangorous Soul, which cuts its HP by a third and provides an Omni boost. So with that and Terra plus Throat Spray, which will give it another attack or special attack buff, so it'll go to +2. This thing is a menace. Definitely had to put some good prep into that. Piloswine is baby Mamoswine. Ice ground type is really strong, dual stab. With the EV Light, it becomes bulkier than Mamoswine, gets like Ice Shard, Earthquake. They don't have a great flying type, so I don't see it spamming a lot of Earthquake, but Terra is always an option. And then Revavroom is mostly just scary because it can click, um, what's that move? Shift Gear, which will boost its speed by 2 stages and its attack by 1. Click, poison or steel moves, or it gets high horsepower. Um, so that is their team there. I will bump y'all over to uh, the the prep there. Um, let me. Uh, sorry, I'm like going back through my notes I built a couple days ago, and I had just finished playing my week 4 match. Spoilers, or I won't spoil it. So, um, I'm just kind of trying to remember what it was that I was planning here. Okay. And did I say anything? Wave over Fire Blast. Um, okay. Sorry, I should have done this before I started recording, but I'm a bad YouTubist. Um, all right. Okay. So, our team here. We've got Dragonite. I'm running multi-scale. Um, Inner Focus is pretty good. Do I want Inner Focus? There was a reason why I was running multi-scale, huh? Ooh, hello. Didn't mean to close that. I gotta look back at my team prep sheet now. Why was I running or why was I running multi-scale? It was because Crabominable. Yeah, that was the main reason. Just to try to take an extra hit. But oh, and because I'm running Special Dragonite, so I don't need Inner Focus to dodge Incineroar Fake Out. We're bringing Haze. Haze is pretty good if I anticipate the Clangorous Soul. Tailwind to boost team speed. Hurricane, his team does not have great switch-ins to flying type move, and I just prayed that I hit. And Heat Wave, just a good solid coverage move for a lot of the rest of their team. I'm running Terra Fairy to try to stop. Really, all of Dragonite's weaknesses is just a really good defensive Terra for it. And Adrenaline Orb. If I am in on Incineroar, it is just kind of fun that I become +2 speed. Maybe give them a little spook. Uh, Arboliva um, has the Harvest ability. I'm not bringing Seed Sower this week. I didn't think I needed it, and Citrus Berry Harvest I think is pretty good. Strength Sap, Dazzling Gleam, Earth Power, Giga Drain, Terra Fairy. Pretty straightforward. Very similar set that I've brought most of the weeks. 3 attacks plus Strength Sap. Hisuian Arcanine, I'm running Clear Amulet on. Really good for Incin, Terra Blast Grass, Rock Slide Flare Blitz, Psychic Fangs, again for Como. Put a lot of prep into that thing. Inteleon, I'm running Sniper, Covert Cloak, Muddy Water, Ice Beam, Taunt, Haze. This will probably be my lead one of the matchups with Hisuian Sneasel below. Terra Water just hit harder with Muddy Water. Hisuian Sneasel with Inner Focus, Fake Out, Throat Chop, Gunk Shot, Close Combat. Throat Chop is for Primarina, just to try to keep it from spamming Hyper Voice into my team. And then Alone the Ninetales, Snow Warning, Blizzard Moonblast, Encore, Veil. Pretty standard set. Terra Water for Incineroar. Try to get a Veil hit hard. I did not have as strong of a game plan for this week as I did for week 4. I am looking now and realizing that is part of the reason why I was forgetting my notes. Is I don't have as many because I don't know. I just don't think I prepped as well for this game. But nonetheless, we shall try our best because that's about how I feel about playing VGC format currently. Is that I still kind of only feel like I sort of know what I'm doing. So, without further ado, I am going to get our team which versus BB Hathor. Send that challenge out. And let's see what we can do. Again, I just recorded my week 4 match before this. This will probably go up before that, but we are 1-1 currently, so feeling all right about that. Kind of about what I expected. Incin, Meow, Prim, Raichu, Illumise, and Como-O. They do not have two. It's like GLHF. They do not have a Trick Room mode, which is worth noting here. I think one of my plans, I was Covert Cloak Intel for Fake Out. So I think game 1 I was planning to lead Sneasel Intel. And then, what do I want to bring in the back? I think Arboliva is pretty good in the back. And if I bring Arboliva, do I have enough? Maybe go Arcanine, Arboliva, and leave D-Knight at home for game 1. Go no Tailwind mode. Yeah, I think I like that. And they are Dragon, Incin, trying to get better at taking notes here. Ghost Meow, Water Prim, Raichu is Ghost, Water, Water. Okay, a lot of water going on here. Okay, turn 1. I think we are going to just try to fake out Como-O, and click Muddy Water. Try to get some good damage on Incin. I think Sneasel should. I think Sneasel should be strong enough to live even like Flare Blitz from Incin with Eviolite. I know I have a little bit of bulk in there. So, yeah, I think I feel okay about this. What would the other option be? I should probably turn timer on. We did say we were gonna keep timer on. The other option is I fake out Incin and I taunt Como-O. I actually think that might be better. Make sure he can't set up. And no Dragon Dance on the Como-O. Nice. Sweet. That is a big turn there. Let's see. What does Illumise want to do here? Como-O's Dragon Dance. I almost think that I just try to get damage off here and I close combat and Muddy Water. Do I want to taunt Illumise too? I think so. They might go Tailwind, but I think trying to get a taunt off on Illumise is pretty good here and just have Sneasel get some damage on Como-O. If I can taunt Illumise and then just target down the other slot, it can't necessarily do a ton. Yeah, there's Tailwind, which I kind of anticipated. Dragon Claw comes off. Okay. So they have Tailwind here again. I want to let Intel go down here. Tailwind's up. Illumise, I don't know necessarily what it wants to do. So I think I CC again. There's a part of me that wonders if, because Tailwind being up is just going to be kind of annoying. And taunt might end soon, which isn't great. Yeah, I think I'm just going to CC in Muddy Water. And if Intel goes down here, it's not the end of the world. Okay, and there's Brick Break. Close Combat comes out. There's Citrus Berry. Okay. So I'm going to go here. I think I go Arbolivo here. And I Terra. And Sneeze, I think we just see if we can't get a CC off. And I think I Terra and I Gleam. I think I'm going to try Terra Gleam. Okay. There's Fake Out. There's one turn of Tailwind left. I get double Intim off, but it's not great here. Because they're going to outspeed, probably just click Brick Break into Arcanine. I think I just Rock Slide and Rock Slide and Gleam I think is pretty good again. This Tailwind is giving my team trouble, so that might mean that game 2 I try to bring Dragonite. Kama-O is DD, DC, BB. Illumise is TW. I haven't seen any items yet. In Incin, I have only seen Fake Out. FO. Oh my god, and they get a double flinch on Rock Slide. That is pretty rough. I have had some unfortunate luck with. Honestly, there's just been a lot of luck both ways. So that's tough. Tailwind is gone though, so I think we are pretty free to. Rock Slide should take out the Como-O, I would think. And I honestly think if we go Rock Slide and then we Earth Power. Oh, and I goofed because Rock Slide does not take out Como-O. Or Incin. So that is rough, and I Dazzling Gleam here. Try to pick up a double KO, but Incin has Taunt. Okay, Incin, Taunt, Blitz. And Primarina comes out. We see how much if we can survive. Maybe get a Giga Drain off. But that double flinch turn really, like, again, not picking up the two KOs there with Rock Slide was tough, but I think that was kind of written when, yeah, okay, Hyper Voice takes me out. Dang. Okay, so we lose match 1, 2-0. Prim has Hyper Voice and his Life Orb. HDLO. Which is all good to know. Okay. Game 2, what do I want to do differently? They've got Brick Break on Como-O, but I feel like I think Ninetales and Intel lead is still pretty solid, but if they lead Como-O again, it's kind of tough. feel like mm, I don't know. I think Arcanine is a little rough into this matchup, so I think I bring Dragonite. So I think I'm gonna go maybe Ninetales, Dragonite lead. Does that give me enough damage output? No, I think I go Ninetales and Inteleon with Dragonite Arboliva in the back. Yeah. Do I lead D9 Intel? I think we're gonna go D9 Intel with Ninetales Arboliva in the back. That might have been a mistake. We'll see. Okay, there's the Illumise, and there's the Primarina. Not really what I want to see, but I have a decent options for Prim here. Um, so I think I'm just going to off rip. I don't love a turn one Terra, but I think off rip Tailwind D Knight um, is pretty good here, and just try to match their Tailwind, and then we taunt into Illumise. Yep. Okay, and we get our own taunt Tailwind off. Now I'm going to Hurricane and just click, I think, Muddy Water. With Intel, I think Illumise will switch on the taunt. Um, Prim, DG. So see if we can't get a little cheeky with it. Um, I do feel better about that Dragonite lead matching their Tailwind. I think that's kind of my only way to battle back in this matchup. Muddy Water comes off. Accuracy drop. It's almost like I dropped my own accuracy. How about that? Wow. That's cons of running Hurricane Dragonite, I guess. Okay. All right. So we both got Tailwind off. I think. Do I want to go Ninetales here? And just click Blizzard, and then Dragonite Hurricane? I think so. All right. This time we're going to hit a Hurricane. And do we want to try to get Veil up? No, I'm going to just try to double attack, get some damage off here. I think I'll be able to get Veil up next turn. And in fact, I want to a Hurricane. Try Moonblast here. I'm not Blizzard. No, I think yeah, we Blizzard. We'll see. I might live to regret this if I hit Hurricane here and Blizzard and it doesn't kill Prim. In fact, no. That statement alone makes me go, I'm just going to double into Prim, and if he protects here and Struggle Bugs, then you got me. Here comes Incin. There's the Adrenaline Orb. Yep. Miss? Miss one? Nope. Yep. Okay, that miss last time coming into play there. Um, this is probably close to GG because unfortunately I burned Terra and Arboliva is is just going to die to a Flare Blitz here. And there's Meowscarada. Um, I mean, I feel like this is probably just fake out. And do I know what slot they're gonna fake out? I mean, yeah, I don't know how much it matters. Um, I think my only play is trying to strengths up Incin and maybe even getting a Veil up. See if I can't outlast both. Maybe get some harvest luck. But I think this is probably going to be GG. Okay. And they faked out and flower tricked. Yep, Arboliva. That's going to be GG for sure. Nothing I can do. Okay, well, kind of get smoked here. A little bit of tough hacks in my favor, but so it goes. Uh, Thanks y'all for tuning in. Again, didn't feel great about prep. Didn't feel terrible about the way I played, but um, so it goes. Uh, until next time, my name is CoreRocket21, and until we blast off again, I'll catch you later. See ya.